Hey guys, it's me, Butterfly Spirit 314. So, guys, tonight I've been doing a bit more astrology research tonight. So, what I started off the night by doing pretty much is I continued my research on finding different singers by zodiac signs. So, I've now covered, I started off last night and I spent last night and a little bit of tonight actually finding different famous singers by zodiac signs. So I covered singers all the way from the zodiac signs of Aries, going all the way to singers to the Pisces zodiac sign. So for those of you who don't know, Aries is the first zodiac sign, and the last zodiac sign is Pisces. And then, of course, there's zodiac signs in between. So I did a bit of that research. And then tonight, I decided that I would start looking into famous painters by zodiac signs. So far, I've covered famous painters from the Aries zodiac sign going all the way up to Scorpio. I still have to cover the last four zodiac signs of Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces as far as painters are concerned, like famous painters. And so I can't wait to finish this up. I think in the future I may do a video where I'm talking about some of the famous singers or some of the famous painters and things like that by zodiac signs in the future. I may just giving myself some options and things, but it really surprised me too that basically that there are so many like famous painters that we really don't know a lot about. Like I know when I was in school, like we of course we'd hear about painters, Leonardo da Vinci and Van Gogh and Picasso. We'd hear about them, but there are so many more famous painters out there that a lot of us don't know. And since I happen to be doing research on some of the famous painters tonight and things like that, like I said, from Aries to Scorpio, I'm finding a lot of cool, like seeing a lot of cool artwork that these famous painters have done. And it's really cool. I tried to kind of vary some of the artwork that I looked at by the different people, by zodiac signs and stuff. And I find it's very interesting, to see the artwork for these artists. It's really cool. And I really like it, I mean, how can you really enjoy learning something if you don't see the arts of it, So that's what I'm seeing and things like that. At first, I was kind of struggling a little bit to find painters by zodiac sign, because when I just typed in like famous painters that have this zodiac sign, it was hard to do. So I actually had to go and do a search and do famous painters born in April or May or June or July and so on, and that actually helped me to locate different artists by zodiac sign. So I think that helped me a bit more and things. But yeah, I'm making traction. So tomorrow I'm going to be going through and finding famous painters that have Sagittarius, Capricorn, Aquarius, and Pisces zodiac signs. So that's what I'm going to be doing tomorrow and everything like that. I am discovering that there are definitely female painters out there that have been in history that have painted. There's definitely been painters that have been African American that a lot of people don't know, that I'm like discovering as I do my research on the painters by zodiac signs and things like that, which I find to be super amazing. And by looking at the painters' artwork, I think it really helps me to see like how these painters saw the world through their experience. And each one of us is going to see it different, and their zodiac sign is going to have an effect on that. So I find that interesting. My next project is going to be My oven's going off. My next project is going to be where I'm going to be looking up writers by zodiac signs, so actual authors by zodiac signs, because I want to see, what are some of the types of genres that, different people of different zodiac signs write, and things, and does that have any bearing on like the type of characteristic that their zodiac sign has. So I'm just kind of interested to kind of look into it on my own and things like that. It's pretty cool. And also, when I was looking into different singers by zodiac signs, it really surprised me how, um, like, different artists, like different, like, singers that we have. It surprised me that different people had different zodiac signs. Like, that shocked me too. I was like, oh my gosh, this person's a like, oh my god, they're a Leo, or they're a Sagittarius, like, or they're like a Scorpio. What? Like, but then I could kind of see it though. Like, I can kind of see a vibe, with some of the artists that were Scorpio. I can kind of pick that up a little bit. I'm like, oh, okay. I see it now, because like for some of these artists, I'm like, wow, they really have this characteristic, and now I'm starting to kind of connect it a little bit. I'm like, wow, this is amazing. So it's really cool, to like go on my own little path with astrology by definitely finding people that fit, certain zodiac signs. It's really cool, to do my own research and things like that. And I think that's what's going to help me to be a better astrologer anyway, because of my own research and stuff like that too. So I'm going on my own little tangent, but I like it. So, but yeah, next is going to be finishing up my famous painters by zodiac sign list, and then I'll be moving on to the artists that have different zodiac signs. So I'm looking to see, kind of get the vibe overall, for the like the writers and stuff like that. Now I might do photographers, maybe. I don't know. That's kind of an idea. I mean, there's so many ways. I mean, I could go into musicians, and it could go so many places, it definitely can. But I think at some point I gotta kind of have like a stopping point so I can continue my studies through astrology, through like the main themes and stuff like that. But I'm just having fun, just like learning about people, because it's helping me to relate more to people through through seeing, how do these people, paint, and how do these people sing, what are those themes in their music, or, for the artist, like, what kinds of colors or what types of images do people paint based off their zodiac sign. Like, I think it's very deep, and I think it's very interesting to kind of see, and I really like it, and I think for me as an astrologer, I think it's going to help me to really get more of a handle on the way each zodiac sign sees the world, which is going to be great. And of course, different zodiac signs, people, like, everybody the same zodiac sign, they don't all have the same similarities. They do have differences about themselves. They definitely do. But I think it's just interesting just to like do this research, and I'm just grateful that I'm able to even do that, to be able to even, go down this journey with astrology. And different astrologers kind of approach things differently, but for me, I'm just like going down this journey in my own unique way, and I like what I'm seeing so far, and I think it's definitely awesome. I do want to share some of the artwork and things like that, so I'll definitely be trying to do something like that for you guys, so you guys can kind of see some of the artwork and things like that. So yeah, but anyway, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video, but I'll be back with another video later on. Bye.